the most haunted castle in the United Kingdom.
It's the epitome of evil.
No joke.
No joke.
This is actually going to test me. This is going to test me.
There's like demonic beings and entities that are all throughout the castle.
Queen.
Queen discount.
That just said queen.
Oh, yeah.
We've just had a figure come up the stairs and go behind you, Jared.
Really?
Yes.
What was that? That was so weird. I'm not even joking.
What? I'm behind you. Oh my god. We are on the road and we are off to our next haunted location, which I think is probably the scariest place we have investigated all year.
Wait, what? Where are you taking us?
This year we have been going so hard with the haunted locations. We have investigated Waverley Hills, the Villiscarax Murder House, the Ancient Ram Inn, but I don't think any of those places are as terrifying as this one. We are off to Chillingham Castle for not one, but 2 nights.
Oh my god, that place is so scary. 2 whole nights? For sake.
Chillingham Castle is an impressive stronghold that has adorned the Northumberland countryside for hundreds of years. A true sight to behold, this fortress boasts a gruesome history and holds many dark secrets that have allowed it to claim the title of being one of the most haunted places in the world.
My name is Richard Craig and I am Chillingham Castle's ghost hunter. Yeah, it started life as a monastery around about 1,000 years ago, migrated into being a manor house, which was then destroyed by William Wallace in 1296. It became a fortified manor house after rebuild, and indeed housed Edward I on his visit up north to go and engage with William Wallace in 1298 for the Battle of Falkirk. The castle had constant evolution after that. It started with standing between the 2 earliest towers, the southeast and southwest towers. It grew to 4 towers, curtain walls in between, a courtyard in the middle, and it continued doing so until the Union of the Crowns in 1603. After that, it became a very palatial, stately home. Nearly 1,000 years later, it's still here and still being absolutely amazing. So much has happened here. This castle was basically designed to keep the Scots in Scotland. It was the second line of defence for England back when the First Scottish War of Independence broke out. It's a big castle, strong castle. It's not a soft touch, it's very close to the Scottish border. There was a famous torturer here, John Sage. He was appointed by Edward I. He tortured in the region of 7,500 Scots during his tenure here. So much has happened in this castle, good and bad, over the years. Has to have left a mark. I'm absolutely certain this is the most haunted castle in the United Kingdom, without a shadow of a doubt, and certainly one of the most haunted in the world, based on my own experience. Various rooms can also feel quite oppressive. I lock this place up in the early hours. To wander around it when everybody's gone, you're constantly looking over your shoulder. You really are. It never stops, the hauntings of this castle, day and night, and there's always something that'll trip you up. It really is good.
Torture, mass murders, pain, heartbreak and execution have stained not only this castle but its surrounding grounds, and over the next 2 nights we will attempt to contact the many spirits that call Chillingham Castle home.
I am a little bit nervous to come back to Chillingham. I've really been pushing us on this trip and we have been on the road for almost 6 months, and I know Jared is worn pretty thin, so I'm really hoping he has it in him and he can hold on for 2 more nights in one of the most evil, most haunted places in the world.
So we actually visited this place a few years ago, and I don't think I ever really told Amy this, but this place actually gave me the creeps. So you guys probably don't know this about me, but I'm actually really squeamish when it comes to things like blood, surgery, things like that. The history of this place and knowing about the torture and the things that went on here, I think that adds to the way I feel about this place.
I'm super stoked to go back to the castle. I'm looking forward to the challenge. It's been about 4 years, and the last time that I was here, it really challenged a lot of my beliefs surrounding the paranormal because we caught the craziest evidence. So I'm looking forward to it because I feel like I've come a long way, not only as a video creator, but as an investigator as well.
I'm really not looking forward to this one, and what's worse is we're not just here for one night, it's 2 nights. Like, I just don't know how I'm going to go with this one.
I know so many other people have had crazy experiences at Chillingham Castle as well, and I've heard some stories since Jared and I last visited. I actually have organised a call with some very good friends of mine and fellow investigators. They visited here a few years ago, and they're going to tell us about an experience they had where a table levitated.
Before visiting Chillingham Castle, I wanted to talk to some of my good friends and fellow investigators. Brittney Crabb, who you may recognise from YouTube and the new paranormal TV show Mysteries Decoded presents Spirit Squad on the CW, and her brother Jonathan Crabb, who both investigated Chillingham Castle a few years ago. We didn't know this at the time, but their past investigation would have some interesting overlap with our own.
So I know that you guys visited Chillingham Castle back in 2018 and you stayed there for 2 nights. Can you tell me a bit about your experience there?
When they say Chillingham Castle is the epitome of evil, it's the epitome of evil.
No joke.
No joke. And what we experienced, it changed us as paranormal investigators as well. It's literally hell on earth.
Yep.
Like, it really is. There's so much evil in there. Like John Sage, for instance, you guys know the history with that. And there's like demonic beings and entities that are all throughout the castle. The table levitating was in the Great Hall. We were in there with 2 paranormal investigators who were in charge of the ghost tours, and they were kind of taking us around privately. This happened at like 3 a.m.
It was very early in the morning.
It was very early in the morning. It was me, them 2, and then you. And we were all kind of like in a circle holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened 4 times. So the beginning of the table levitation, it felt like nice spirits, because there are nice spirits there as well. But then as it kept going, you could feel that it was angry spirits, evil spirits. As this was happening, like when we were sitting at that table, this was a psychic moment I had. I felt a man standing behind me, and I could see him in my head, but it felt like he wanted to come towards me and hurt me.
All of a sudden, after we like finished it, Brittney's like, I lost my voice, I can't talk.
Yeah, I lost my voice. That's another thing. We got really sick after. So we feel as if the spirits were using so much of our energy. We talk about this every single day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
that's a fact. We do.
I know, ask any fucking.
It's just like, it's like, oh my god, you see that? It wasn't like a table levitation.
I feel like I'm
talking about. Jared and Amy, you guys are together. Don't get separated.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
That just makes it fun, though.
No,
I can't believe we're back.
Oh my god, it looks just as like creepy as I remember. Like, it looks exactly the same, you know what I mean? Like, it has not changed.
Yes, it is still very intimidating. I'm so looking forward to the next 2 nights.
I just have Jonathan's last words etched in my mind as well. Do not split up. Remember that, Amy?
Well, I'm sorry to say, I have some crazy things planned.
Oh, no.
We're going to be splitting up for sure.
No.
And it wouldn't be an AmysCrypt Halloween special if we didn't do some crazy stuff, right?
As night had now fallen, we decided to kick off our investigation of Chillingham Castle. We thought the best way to do this would be to explore the castle's grounds, which is said to be extremely haunted. We'd cover 2 areas of interest, the Monk's Woods and the Devil's Walk, but there would be a catch. We'd split up and be completely alone while doing so.
We are starting our investigation right now. I'm so pumped. We're going to start off by heading to some of the scariest locations on the grounds of the castle, because it's not just the castle itself, the entire grounds are said to be haunted. These places are freaking scary as well. But stay tuned, because we'll be heading inside to investigate the scary places in the castle real soon as well in this video. Also, guys, this is one of your last chances to get your Halloween merch. AmysCrypt Halloween merch links are below. I'll probably leave them up for another week or 2.
I really like this design.
Now, Jared, we're going to be investigating 2 areas. One is known as the Angry Monk Forest, the other, the Devil's Walk.
The Angry Monk Forest is one of the scariest places at Chillingham Castle. A small dirt trail leads one through dense woods, where visitors have been violently attacked and even dragged through the trees by the spirits of angry monks. During times of war, prisoners would be executed in these woods, hanged from 3 trees along this path. Legend states that monks who took pity on those who were hanged ended up being executed there themselves. The Devil's Walk lies on the opposite end of the castle grounds and extends along the main driveway connecting to the castle. Today, the walk is gravelled for convenience, but it was also a place where prisoners were hanged, then left to rot from trees as a gruesome way to deter enemies. To this day, human remains are still found along the walk, and many claim it to be an active area for paranormal events, such as light anomalies and disembodied footsteps walking right behind you.
Alright, what do you rather?
I mean, none of them sound enticing to me. If I had to choose, I would probably say Devil's Walk because it's a paved road. Who knows what you're going to trip over in there?
Plus the monks attack you.
Oh my god.
Are we going to rock, paper, scissors or something?
I guess that's what we've got, right?
Winner gets to do the Devil's Walk.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, boom, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, boom. Yes!
Oh my god, I hate you.
Yes.
And why
Finally,
is there-
I won one.
Why is there like footsteps in this?
I don't care, that's yours. Good luck to that.
Oh my god. What happens if a monk gets me?
Just scream out, I'll come.
You will not hear me down there. Now that we're here and we're about to do this, I'm actually a bit scared. I just started thinking, like, what if there's a real person in there? Or I get dragged through the forest by a monk. I can't call you. You're not going to hear me. I'm by myself. What if I just trip over and roll my ankle?
I'm actually more worried about that for you, actually.
What do I do then? I just lay there until you come find me. I can't call you. There's no cell phone reception out here.
I guess so. See ya.
Oh my god. Have fun on the Devil's Walk. Maybe that's the worst one.
Neither of them are great. Even while we were just setting up now, we were hearing shit in there. Go on, off you go.
What if that's the monk?
Isn't that what you want?
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
See ya. Team Jared, here we go. Now remember, I am in pitch black. I can't see a thing.
Angry.
What the heck? Okay, I just got a word. Great. Jared's gone. And the first word I get is angry. Are you kidding me? My name's Amy. Hello. If you are angry, why? Not at me, I hope. Okay, well that's a start. Angry, we just got. I haven't even walked into the forest really. I'm at the arch, which is quite ancient as well, very old, but I'm hearing noises. This is actually going to test me. This is going to test me.
Before even entering the woods, receiving the response of angry through GhostTube genuinely chilled me to the bone, as the monks said to haunt this area are known to be aggressive and angry, and it almost seemed like a warning to me. Adding to my worry about entering the woods was some information Brittney and Jonathan had shared with us about this area too.
The monks in the woods freak us out the most. The monks are like, you can see them standing on the branches of the, like in the trees, and they just stare at you, and they're very evil and aggressive, and they drag people, and it's happened in the past. Apparently, you know how people come in during the day for daytime tours, like families come in and stuff. They kept reporting and complaining to the Chillingham Castle staff that there's a man in the woods who stands there looking like a monk, just facing the castle. He doesn't even move, and he's scaring our kids. He's scaring us. And the staff were like, huh? A monk? Like, we don't have anybody standing out there. Okay, we'll go investigate. They were investigating this for like weeks or something. They had cameras set up, and they never, it wasn't a real person. It was a ghost. It was the monk or something. And they kept getting complaints about this guy just standing in the woods, staring at the castle, dressed as a monk.
Doing the Devil's Walk. I do have Ghost 2 rolling. Can't see a thing. I'm just like remembering what Jonathan said about splitting up.
Don't get separated.
Amy always does this as well. Why do I do this? Why?
Okay, here we go. I really need to be careful where I'm treading out here. Why is there a candle? There's like someone holding a candle out there in the woods. What the fuck? What is that?
In this moment, I thought that I was seeing someone with a candle in the woods, which I was able to debunk as being a light on a distant gate. However, some strong interference was picked up on my camera's microphone too, something that has only happened to me in one other haunted location and never this intensely. What I didn't know at this time, and later learnt, was that this exact spot where I was standing actually has a ley line running through it, and has been a place where past paranormal activity has been documented. I'm not sure the interference could be related to the ley line, but it does leave me wondering.
We were just outside the castle walls in the woods near a ley line, and I thought something was going on, so I got a pair of rods out and I thought this looks active. The K2 meter started going off, and then I fired up a spirit box. The spirit box immediately told me to stop. We asked, why should we stop? And the answer that came out chilled me to the bone, and the answer was the others. Now, when you're in the woods in the middle of the night and you hear the others, you down tools and have a good look around. That was scary.
How?
How? Okay, so if you want to talk to me, you just need to come up to these lights in my hand. If you do that, maybe you can select words.
Even the night vision camera is struggling to see. It's insane. So there's the edge of the castle wall, guys. That is it. Beyond that, this is the Devil's Walk. We're doing it.
Oh my god. How am I lost already in like 2 seconds?
There's some pretty dark shit that happened here back in the day. Amy was telling me before that, because Chillingham Castle is so close to the Scottish border, there were lots of battles and shit that took place here. I guess captured soldiers would be hanged and like their bodies displayed for the enemy to see. And apparently their bodies were just left hanging from the trees to rot. And so their bodies would decompose into the ground. On really cold days in winter, the ground pushes up the bodies and they're still discovering bones, even till recently.
So that's where I've got to walk down, guys. Towards the hanging tree and the monks. Obviously it's pitch black out here. The stories about this place are crazy, and angry is like the first word I get. The monks are said to be angry as well. They literally attack people out here.
I just heard something in the bushes. I just heard something out there. I know I'm outside, it could be animals, but it doesn't make it any less scary. Is anyone there?
I call out.
Sad.
Sad, oh. I know this is probably a sad place. I know at Chillingham Castle and the surrounding grounds a lot of terrible things happened. And I'm so sorry if you are sad. Can I have your name? Again, my name's Amy. I would probably be angry and sad if I met my fate out here as well.
It's not just the ghost stories, like I'm also scared I'm gonna trip. Like I actually can't see a fucking thing. Like it is just black. Just to demonstrate, I'm gonna turn off night vision. There, that's what I'm seeing. Like no shit. Even the night vision camera is...
I want to.
What do you want to do? Do you want to follow me? You want to come with me to the gate? Who is it?
Without much context, the response of "I want to" seemed quite random, but something would later happen in this exact same spot that made the response seem all the more interesting.
What is that? Oh my god, what is that? Oh, it's a slug. It's a group of slugs, actually. What the heck? I just heard a really weird noise out here.
So apparently the Devil Walk challenge is walk to the end of the gate. Walk to the end of the Devil's Walk and touch the gate. Put your hand on the gate. Do you want to come with me? Touch the gate, you can follow me.
Oh my God. Something's moving in the bush, something's moving in the bush. Something's moving in the bush. I'm approaching the hanging area.
Neil.
Neil. Neil. I'm actually gonna kneel, okay? In the dirt. I am hearing stuff. I got kneel, so I literally just kneeled. Maybe that's a prayer thing for the monks.
Stroke.
For me in this moment, I couldn't think how stroke may be relevant, but in reflection and pairing it with the response of Neil, which I initially thought may be related to prayer, I do feel like Neil and stroke could be in relation to an execution or beheading, as many people met their ends at Chillingham Castle.
It was really windy before and now it's just eerily still, really still. I feel like there's someone behind me and I've got cold chills too. Is there someone behind me following me? Can you show yourself to me?
Oh my God. I'm hearing footsteps. Hello? Someone there? Hello? What the heck? What the heck? Who is it? I don't like it. Okay. I'm just gonna walk away from the noise. This is where things get really scary too, because this is the hanging area.
In this moment, I truly felt like I was not alone. Part of me wishes that I went to find out what had made these noises, but at the same time, I was not sure whether they were made by an animal, living person, or were perhaps paranormal.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. There is a blood moon. No way. Oh, it's humongous. It doesn't look on camera. Oh my God, I wish you guys could see it.
Feeling like there's something in my hair, so I'm just walking faster. I need to get out of here. Okay, this tree I need to go. Oh!
Gate.
Oh, gate. That's probably where Jared is by now. Oh my God.
Oh, thank fuck, and here's the gate. Right, I made it to the gate. There you go. What happens now?
I think I'm walking under one of the hanging trees right now. See how it's fallen over? Okay, I'm out of the forest. I'm in the clearing and the castle's up there where the lights is. Oh my God. I just came out of there. I feel like something's gonna follow me out of there.
I'm glad that is over. That's one for the books.
Might just sit here and wait for Jared.
Ames?
Yeah.
I want to.
What did you get?
I want to.
You just got the word I want to?
Yeah.
You're kidding me?
No.
I had that exact same word in that exact same spot at the entrance to the Devil Walk where you're standing right now.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No. I heard...
Show yourself.
I'm here. We're here.
We're here, we'd love to see you.
To me, it is extremely interesting to receive the response of I want to via GhostTube across 2 different devices from 2 different people in the exact same place. It's difficult to say what this could mean, but maybe it was related to the final response received of show yourself, implying that maybe a spirit here would like to show itself to someone. Either way, we had accomplished all we could handle for our first night at Chillingham Castle, so we decided to get some rest and regroup for the next night of investigating, which would prove an even scarier challenge.
So guys, we did it. We survived night 1 at Chillingham Castle, but that honestly was just our warm-up. It was terrifying. Hand on heart, I admit that it was very scary, but tonight we're pushing our limits even further because we're venturing into the actual castle. I'm scared. Crypt Keepers, we are starting the walkthrough. So many things have already happened for us tonight, and I will share that with you and show you some clips because we caught it on camera. It's amazing when we get to that area. And I already have a GhostTube SLS set up monitoring a certain space because things have happened. Right now we're in the castle. We're in what is known as the tea room, an incredibly active, spooky spot. It's actually where the original torture dungeon is, like enclosed beneath my feet right now. It's kind of scary.
Downstairs, there's a room called the tea room. Now, the tea room, it looks very nice and cosy, log fire going. Don't really let that fool you. That was the original Great Hall of this castle. And beneath your feet, when you're in the room, is the original torture chamber. 2 years ago, sitting in the room doing a pendulum session, there was just one chap I used to work with and I, and something came through on the pendulum and we asked for a sign, and a little wooden doorknob came flying through the air and landed on the minstrel's gallery. We dropped the pendulum, found the wooden doorknob, didn't know where it came from, and then walked into the chapel where a disembodied voice simply said, "Get out of my house." So, we did.
Not only did the tea room have an impressive history related to the castle, yet we would also find out through Brittney and Jonathan that this room also has links to perhaps the most infamous occultist from England, Aleister Crowley.
We were in the tea room talking to these 2 investigators and we were just telling them our stories and everything.
But that's when we got into the talk of
Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, and I was actually familiar with a few of his books, which I read, and one book was based on rituals that he did and brought all these weird other spirits. It's like, if you want to put it like this, because it's very popular now, imagine like he opened the upside down world.
Yeah.
And all the demogorgons and all these other demonic things came into our world. Like, that's the best way to put it.
But where he opened the portal, had that seance.
He showed us, yeah.
He showed us. So in the tea room, you know where the balcony is to the chapel? It's literally like you're on the tea room level beside the balcony area, like against that wall, and that's where he did it.
Oh, these stairs. I have gone up millions of stairs, guys, in the past 2 days.
Wow, look at this.
Oh my gosh. There's artifacts everywhere we look here, literally.
And all the rooms
everywhere.
are so grand, like these chandeliers and that. Which, by the way, those chandeliers were flickering before, like off camera, like on command.
This is another spooky spot. This is known as the chapel. And did you hear a bang? Okay. I just heard a bang. And a lot of stories about the chapel.
Now the chapel's a place of rest, but 3 skeletons were found. 3 grinning skeletons were found under the floor. The ghost of Eleanor, a very playful ghost, reputedly to be 8 years old, her skeleton was discovered in the top corner of the chapel. She's very playful, and I think she likes to join in, and it's gone freezing behind my back.
Yeah, I just heard that.
Yeah, I heard that. Hi, Eleanor. It's like ice behind me. Like I said, she likes to play. She likes to pull people's hair. And if you're sitting in the chapel, she likes to draw on your back. Lately, it's been super active for whatever reason. I don't know what the catalyst's been.
Guys, I already have Ghost Tube SLFs set up in the chapel to monitor this space while we do the Ghost Tube walkthrough. We were doing our interview just in this room. I saw something like a shadow move through here. Richard, who's our guide tonight, who we were interviewing at the time, also saw something, plus some orbs here. We heard the craziest footsteps we have ever heard. So much so I was like, that's got to be a real human. But we called out to them, no response, just loud footsteps. We all got chills, we all got goosebumps. It was quite scary.
It was insane. It was like our most active interview ever. I mean, we don't expect to get anything during an interview because we're not actively trying to reach out. But this just like, things kept interrupting the interview, like after thing, like we had the music box go off, we had candles go out, like it's just insane.
It's so much so, this was all caught on camera as well, mind you. So I'm just gonna roll some of the footage.
In the churchyard over the road, in consecrated ground,
Hello?
hello?
Is there supposed to be someone in here?
Well, that's something. We all sort of said hello and we got no response whatsoever.
Was that a real person?
I don't know, but the hairs are standing up on the back of my neck now.
Yeah, I feel a bit the chills.
Yeah, so before we were rudely interrupted by phantom footsteps. Yeah, the chapel. Sorry guys, we've just got we've just had a figure come up the stairs and go behind you, Jared.
Really?
Yes.
What?
I actually thought I saw something in there earlier and I
Oh,
didn't say
no.
anything because I didn't want to be the person. I literally didn't want to be the person that was like, oh, there's something in here.
It just came up there and went that way.
I've got all cold chills now.
Yeah, I've got pins and needles on my legs. You
Oh,
can come
wow.
in here with us.
Wowzers.
My name's Amy and this is Jared.
And you probably know me.
Freezing cold now.
It's freezing cold.
Yeah,
Freezing
things
cold.
are so cold.
Do you have a night?
Freezing cold.
I am like freezing cold now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it all on my legs. Yeah.
That's so weird. I don't like turning my back to it now. We haven't even got started yet.
I know, this is okay. This
Right.
is the best interview of my life. Thank you.
Yeah.
So if there are any spirits in the chapel, please come out to play. We'll be able to see you. I've put a camera that, if you feel comfortable, you can show yourself to. This is the Great Hall. Oh my God.
Wow.
Indeed, this hall, the Great Hall, never ceases to amaze me. We get so much happening here. Clothing being nipped. That happened tonight on the ghost tour. Somebody in here complained of the clothing getting pulled and eventually being nipped. In this immediate area that I'm standing, just a couple of Saturdays ago, in the space of half an hour, mid-afternoon, 3 ladies came up to me and said, I've just had my lower legs touched. So one mentioned it, and they didn't know each other. Another one mentioned it, and I thought, this is pretty good. We've had people getting touched, objects moving, but the most amazing thing in this castle, which never ceases to fascinate me, flying orbs that you see with the naked eye. I had a scary moment last night on a ghost hunt right behind me when I got my forearm grabbed by hands unseen.
This is the area we were standing right here doing the interview. So Richard was standing here and he's told us so many things about the Great Hall, so many experiences he has had or other people have had. And even while we're doing the interview, this first candle here on the table, it went out on its own. Maybe that was normal and natural, but my flashlight or my torch on this table also turned off on its own.
Just a further note, the batteries in this torch were brand new as I had just changed them for this interview. The torch can also only be switched off by physically pushing down a button on its base. Additionally, we didn't realise this at the time as we didn't see the exact moment that the flashlight turned off, but it just so happened to turn off just as we began to talk about one of the most infamous ghosts of Chillingham Castle, its sadistic torturer, John Sage.
We keep asking John Sage to come forward. Sometimes he comes through very quietly, very sheepish.
Now, Jared, why don't you sit on that end chair?
This one?
Yeah.
Why?
That's where Brittney Crab was sitting when the table levitated.
You're joking.
No.
Shout out to Brittney Crab and Jonathan. But
yeah.
I don't know if I want to sit there. I will though. I'm going to do this for Brittney.
Can you please levitate this table?
Wow, it's very fancy. Can I just say, guys, as well, like the candle going out, I did note that it didn't drown itself out. I hadn't been burning long.
No.
And Amy's flashlights, like...
I just thought I heard a voice. I don't know if I heard it in my head or with my ears though. I know that sounds weird. So my name is Amy, and tonight I'm here with Jared, and we would love for you to do anything that you can to show us that you're here. If you come towards this device that's right near Jared's head, you should be able to talk to us. Maybe you can give us a word, give us a sign.
Just as I had asked the spirits to show us a sign, in the next room over, Ghost 2 Celeste maps out something that I have never seen it do before. It simply maps a face and nothing else. You'll notice here that the app uses advanced facial recognition algorithms to map human faces as well as bodies. So why would it map just a face floating in the air?
I don't know if Eleanor is around. I would love to make a new friend tonight. And I don't know if it was you who made a little noise on this side of the room earlier, but we heard you.
Oh, that's like a REM pod one.
Did you hear that? That was like a tap on the table. Thank you so much.
That's like a REM pod one.
Did you hear that?
That's like a REM pod one.
Did you hear that? Can you tap again? You right?
This night is already more freakier than last night. Like, walking through the woods. Just, yeah, I'm already getting cold chills, and it's not even cold in here.
We're going to go walk up the stairs towards King Edward's bedroom. If you want to come with us, we would love that. Are you keen on that?
Oh no, that's actually my least favourite room.
Really? This is one of the rooms that's the darkest for activity.
What said bats?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ames? That's why I'm scared of this room. Why are you making me do this? Why?
Oh my god, I just totally screwed. That was like this close to my freaking face, man. I didn't think I was going to scream tonight. Anyway, this room is weird. They do say there's some dark activity in here and people get grabbed a lot in here.
The King Edward room has an oppressive feel to it occasionally. Just last week, one of the gauntlets on the table in front of everyone, these are basically steel gloves. One turned over and fell off the end of the table while we watched it. How on earth did that happen? People complain of being pressed down on their shoulders. People complain of ankles being grabbed and touched, scratched. The door can slam on its own. Those of us with long hair pulling as well. The only name we have is Key. Key cannot walk, crawls around. We've seen him on an SLS camera, we've interacted with him, and he likes to touch ankles, and it scares people senseless when this happens.
Oh, Ames, aren't these the metal hands that Richard was telling us about earlier?
Yes.
Apparently these rolled off the table on their own unexpectedly during a ghost tour.
My name is Amy and I'm here with Jared. And we would love for you to make your presence known. Can you give us a sign that you're here? Move something, touch one of us, give us a word on the device that we're running.
I was over here. Now over there. Like floorboards creaking. Did you hear it? Oh, fuck.
Every hour.
Literally every hour. That thing goes off at like 3 in the morning.
I just saw an orb.
With your eyes?
With my eye.
With your eyes?
I feel like my camera was pointed over there. It was just like a light went through my eye like... It was only my left eye, I feel. That's weird.
I want to see one.
I don't know if I would have filmed that. It like went up the wall. Thank you for showing me lights. I would love to actually see you.
So this is called King Edward's room, right?
Yes.
Why is it called that?
Because it's King Edward's room. He came here and he did spend time here before defeating William Wallace, who, you know, is depicted in Braveheart, one of the Scottish kings. So it was his room. So it was also the room. There's a story here about...
That chair just moved. As in I heard, I didn't see it.
Like someone just tapped on it.
As in someone sitting on it?
Yeah. Yeah, about... Why don't you sit on the chair, Jared?
Oh my god. Paul.
Paul? That could be relevant. I don't...
P-A-U-L, I don't know.
Okay, go sit in the chair.
Oh my god, why do I have to sit on it?
Legend has it a bunch of children were murdered in here, chopped into little pieces. And that was after they had to watch their parents murdered and burned alive in the courtyard, which we will head through shortly. Maybe that's where a lot of the darkness comes from. Like, killing a bunch of kids in this room, it's so messed up.
If you're going to make me sit here in the throne under the creepy roof that may or may not have bats on it, you're going to at least let me wear the crown. Da, 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 da,
No.
da, 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 da. I don't like it here. What?
I just heard something right near you.
I'm really cold all of a sudden.
Why don't you knock that crown off of his head if he's not deserving of it?
Edward, what do you think of me sitting on this seat and wearing your crown? Same. Wait, come here. Film me. I just felt a tug.
Probably because you've still got your hat on. You've still got the crown on.
Not on my hat, I felt a tug on my back of my jumper.
I know, but it's like reminding you need to take that off.
I don't have like a bat on my back, do I?
I can't see. You've left me in no light. There's a staircase here. There's no bat
I
on
felt
you.
something pull on my hoodie then.
Well, touching in here is common.
That was so weird. I'm not even joking. Do you reckon it was telling me that I...
Maybe. It's like, don't take my crown.
It's not even a real crown though.
I just felt the floor rumble. Like this is a wooden floorboard and I just felt it like...
Like vibrate.
Like there was someone standing on the same floorboard. Okay, we're going to leave again. Can you pull on my jumper?
Queen.
Queen?
Queen just came up.
That just said Queen.
Just said Queen.
Well, we're just in the King's room. I don't know if there's a Queen's room. You'd assume so, right?
What's a king without his queen?
Queen. Who could you be? Can you share your name, please?
As we were discussing whether Queen could be a significant response, we also captured some activity over in the chapel on Ghost Tube SLS. If you listen closely, it sounds like there is some movement in the empty room, almost like someone shifts or drops something heavy, which also occurs right as a little orb flies through view.
Yeah, let's go down.
Finish.
Just said finish.
We're not finished yet. We're
We're
just
not
getting
finished yet.
started, I hope.
Hope you're still going to hang around because we're not. Yeah, we're just getting started. We're not ready to finish yet.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Getting so many names now.
Paul and Jeffrey, okay.
And Queen.
And Queen. Can you
What
come?
is that?
This is a. How would you describe this to someone back then?
This is something that you can use
This
to
is
talk
a
to us.
Digital portrait device. Keep trying to touch it. You might be able to make noises and sounds.
Is it in here?
Yeah. It's actually quite a nice door for a torture chamber.
Brother.
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 Bros. We're bros. We're chill.
Yeah, okay, brother.
Okay. I'll go in first and I'll lead the way. Bros.
They're probably not saying they're your brother.
Are you looking for your brother?
Why is it so deathly cold in here compared to anywhere else? This freaks you out in here, right, Jared?
Yeah, I mean, this rack. Yeah. Obviously, these are just reenactments, guys. These aren't real.
This is just, it's a lot to be in here because you know that this kind of stuff happened here at the castle. So seeing things like the rack or skeletal bodies hung up, it's eerie. Or the chopping block here, execution block.
I think like this one here, where you boiled in. Is this a boiling pot?
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
Buried.
Buried.
Where are you buried? They keep finding skeletons here in the castle all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like skeletons hidden in the walls or underneath in these chambers that aren't opened yet.
I don't know if these are just props, but speaking of skeletons, there's some bones right there. I think they're just prop ones though for the dungeon. Richard was telling us today that this is not the original torture chamber, but many of these items here do have stories behind them, but the original torture chamber was actually under where the tea rooms are now.
But people here, you know, a lot of people have claimed to interact with a man named John Sage, who's a very infamous torturer in England.
The torture chamber, all those instruments of punishment, death. I keep asking John Sage to come forward. But John Sage, maybe he's repenting for all the atrocities that he did over the years. Sometimes he comes through very quietly, very sheepish. Other times, if he's having a bad time in his realm, he'll come through a bit harsher and maybe move things around. We've had chains. We had a full-bodied apparition in the torture chamber 2 weeks ago on a ghost tour. 24 people on the ghost tour, 22 saw it. I saw it. The 2 that didn't were standing behind the Iron Maiden. I had a REM pod on the table beside it. It went off just after the apparition disappeared, followed by some beautiful sparkly orbs. Some weeks before that, in the same place, we were having a little bit of a vigil, nice and quiet, 11 of us in the room. Chains started clanking, almost like your archetypal ghost that you might see on Scooby-Doo or something like that, but this was for real. We turned around, put torches on, and saw all this equipment moving by itself. It's heavy. It can't just move by itself. That was the torture chamber.
Even if this isn't like the original torture chamber, maybe John Sage or the other spirits are attached to the items. You know what I mean? Like this guy. Shh.
I just heard voices. Look inside the bloody Iron Maiden, guys. This thing is a piece of work. Hit like now if you want to see a Jared cam inside the Iron Maiden.
What? Fuck off, no way.
Look.
Look. We're looking, I can see it.
Where are we looking?
Well. Where do you want us to go? Where do you want us to look?
John Sage, are you here?
Was John here tonight? Oh,
What?
I'm getting a cold breeze coming through here.
It's so cold right there.
Why would there be a breeze coming through here though? It makes sense for a breeze to be coming from this way.
This is the courtyard, guys. It's quite a magnificent, stunning place, but it is steeped
Female.
in tragedy. Is there a woman here with us? So one of the stories here, guys, is that a bunch of people, prisoners, were burned alive here with their children watching on. Then their children were taken away and killed themselves as well. And I have heard that footsteps... Monster. I was just going to say there's been footsteps coming through here that people believe is John Sage, because the torture chamber is just through here. So that's a very strange, that's a spot on response. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, monster, I mean.
You have to be a monster to do that.
I don't know what more you can do to be classified as a monster.
Last time we were here, years ago as well, I was recording like an intro in the day here, and I picked up the creepiest freaking voice or scream. I don't know what it was so dark though, right here. Or supposedly the worst torturer in the whole of England. In the whole of England. In the whole of England. Guys, we are in the witch's room, or the still room. This is where a pantry ghost is said to haunt. And these are all letters and things that have been taken from Chillingham Castle and sent back because people believe they've been cursed by the witch.
Is that the witch, like, right
That's legit
there?
her, yes.
Wow.
That's not even the craziest thing in this room.
What? Oh, of course.
There's a legit dungeon here.
The dungeon. Sorry, I did see this today, yes. I forgot it was in this room.
Let's go in. Hello?
The dungeon's been there since medieval times and contains what's known as an oubliette. Oubliette, of course, comes from the French oublier, to forget. This was a hole in the ground where people were just dropped to end their days. Certain times of day when you go in this particular room, the oppression and sadness that you feel is really quite something. And this can be in the middle of the day, sunshine coming through the into the room that's right outside the dungeon, but the dungeon is pitch dark.
This is one of the scariest places, I think.
Anyone claustrophobic?
Oh gosh.
Watching from home?
It is pitch black too. Oh. You right? Squeeze in. Well, it was a jail cell, right? So it makes sense that it's so tight. It was also an oubliette. So if we look through the floor here, down here, basically this is a long drop down to the floor where there's actually human remains. There's human bones down there still to this day. Horrible, horrible way to go.
I actually have been looking forward to coming back here because this was actually a really interesting spot last time we were here.
Yeah, I think this room sort of challenged some of my beliefs of the paranormal because we did spirit boxes in here. And I remember specifically thinking at the time, oh, we didn't really get anything in here at all. And then when I reviewed the footage, I was listening to the spirit box, there was clear as day responses coming through that we got in here. And I was like, how did we not hear that in the moment? And one of them sounded like a swear word and even like a woman being tortured. Thinking about spirit boxes, and maybe they're kind of like EVPs where you don't hear them in the moment, but then they're documented onto, say, audio after the fact. You can hear them. I don't know. Leave me a comment what you guys think. But I also want to make note of the graffiti in here. So people were counting down and tallying up the days that they were in here. And I was also reading that these scratch tallies in the wall, they start to fade. So they used to be deep and then they get lighter and lighter with each scratch, and it's speculated that was the prisoner losing strength right before they died.
Yeah, these ones are really... Hate.
Are you kidding
Let's get the
me?
word hate.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Apologise.
I just
She
did.
just did.
I'm sorry. I just spent my whole day apologising, but I do hate what happened to you in here. It's horrible.
These are deeper and then these ones are lighter.
And we also learned about these markings here, the double V. It looks like a W, but it's two Vs. That was a symbol to ward off evil spirits. So I wonder if there was paranormal things happening back then, such as there is today, or they were just superstitious in a way.
Having now walked through the castle, we decided to focus more heavily on select areas, starting with King Edward's room, where Jared earlier felt as though he was touched on the back. But because we also had a lot of ghost tube responses come through in the Great Hall, we also left a ghost tube SLS camera in this space to monitor for activity. King Edward's room is claimed to be one of the more haunted and darker areas of the castle, and from the moment we entered the room and began to set up, we captured activity, with our REM pod triggering, noises occurring, and orbs appearing in our footage.
For any cat balls?
No.
Should we have?
It's too late now, I'm not going back down. Oh, hello? Thank you. What the heck? REM pod's gone off, there's noise behind us. What the heck? What the heck? Alright. What? Okay, what are we doing?
I don't know, but I need to sit down, possibly. The drums, do not sit on these.
This is going nuts. Okay, we're about to do an EVP session. Thank you if you're trying to communicate with us and sitting at the table with us. That is so freaky that the REM pod is just going nuts. I don't want to be the one sitting next to the REM pod.
Do you want to swap?
Nah.
I don't want to be the one sitting next to this chair. I swear there may be bats up there.
With so much happening, we decided to hit record on an EVP session to see if we could pick up on any voices.
My name is Amy and I'm sitting here with this guy named Jared, and we call out to the spirits in King Edward's room. We know there's someone in here because someone grabbed Jared. Can you tell us who this is?
Can you tell us whether you consider us a friend or a foe?
Who was it that moved the glove, the metal glove on the table? And can you move it again? You're going near that red light, that's where the gloves are. Maybe you can move them for us.
Can you tell us how long you've been here for?
Are there any children in here?
What was that? Was that you?
No. There was like a knock on the table. Can you make a louder noise for us? Can you just yell something really loud? I feel very unnerved in here. I'm just gonna play this back now. Oh my god, I thought there was a shadow behind me. It's my own shadow. Okay, we're just gonna play this back now. My name is Amy and I'm sitting here with this guy named Jared. And we call out to the spirits in King Edward's room. We know there's someone in here because someone grabbed Jared. Can you tell us who this is?
Sound interference. Can you tell us whether you consider us a friend or a foe?
I have never picked up audio interference like this during an EVP session. This struck me as being eerily similar to the interference that I picked up the night before in the Monk's Forest, which was recorded on different equipment. It's a common thought that spirits can mess with and manipulate electronic items. So do you think this, paired with the REM pod triggering, could signify the presence of a spirit?
Interference again.
Can you make a louder noise for us? Can you just yell something really loud? Oh my god. The bench just moved. I feel and then the REM pod went off. I'm just gonna...
Let's turn this off.
Yeah. Play this back.
That's a separate chair there, look.
Was it? What? Who's that?
What was that? There's nothing above us. We're at the top.
That was like a chair moving and then footsteps.
There's a balcony here, but you can't get up there.
This was all pretty crazy. First, we hear a tap come from the chair right beside me, which is followed by the REM pod triggering, indicating something was nearby. Then we hear what sounds like heavy footsteps and someone moving furniture across the floor, coming from right above us on the wooden gallery, where many claim to sight shadow figures looking down at them.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who was that?
What was that?
Who was that?
What was that?
Fuck. Alright, we know you're here.
It's yellow too. That wasn't even just the green one. It was yellow.
So this is what is above us, guys. We're right on the top of the building. What in the world?
Isn't this where Richard said there's a crawler that touches
Yes.
people's ankles?
Yes, but that was up there. I know figures are seen up on there.
I'm getting goosebumps now as well. For the second time tonight.
Can you move something in this room for us, please? I know I'm asking a lot of you. That's so weird. What was that?
I have no idea. I feel really uneasy in here actually.
That literally had to be something up on that wooden gallery up there.
How do you even get up there? There's not a ladder, is
Well,
there?
we can't get up there.
And there's no one up there. There's no one here.
I know people have seen figures up there though.
I can hear bats too, which also equally freaks me out.
That was not a bat. That was footsteps and furniture moving. I'm too scared to even breathe. I'm like holding my breath.
I'm holding you. I've like got my hand on your leg. I'm like,
We're rarely like this, like huddled up together. We don't like to do public affection. We're like cuddling up to each other because we're so scared.
my face look weird? What's this line here?
What is that?
I feel like I haven't shaved.
Do you just
today.
have a gap in your beard? What the heck? Is that always there?
I don't know. Is it? I wouldn't have shaved like that, surely.
Can you make a loud bang for us, or can you just push one of those, what are they called, gauntlets?
Well, don't
The
break them
gloves?
though. Push them to move them, but don't make them fall off the table. Don't break them.
What the heck? I'm trying to find my torch. Oh, it's right there.
Okay, let's grab this.
Hey, let me see your face. Yeah, you have a hole in your facial hair on that side.
How?
I don't know. Is something
I
in my hair?
Guys, you got...
Is something in my hair?
No. No.
Okay, I just felt something.
Guys,
I just felt something touch my hair.
I shaved my entire beard off about a week ago, but it's grown back. I haven't... That shouldn't be like that.
I don't care about your beard. I just felt something in my hair.
There's nothing there.
Don't.
We did spend some more time reaching out in King Edward's room, but at a certain point it felt like whatever or whoever was in the room with us had left. So we made our way back downstairs to regroup. On our way down, we collected our Ghost 2 Best Celeste camera from the Great Hall. This camera did not pick up anything of interest besides one single click, which was shortly followed by a rather deformed looking figure that appeared for just one single frame of the recording, leading me to believe that it was not a false positive, but maybe someone just passing through. We now made our way down into the castle's depths to investigate its torture chamber, a place where many have had paranormal interactions and some claim the infamous John Sage, the castle's sadistic torturer, still lingers. But as soon as we entered this space, I noticed that a battery on one of my lights, which had barely been used that night, had been completely drained.
This was dead. This has died.
And the light I've got on my camera has the same type of battery.
And that
is
one's
not
fine.
dead.
That's actually the light we've been using. This is like, I've just pulled this out. Dead.
We now set up our REM pod, multiple cat balls, and rolled our cameras to reach out again using GhostTube Vox.
My name is Amy and I'm here tonight with Jared, and we call out to the spirits of this torture chamber, or even John Sage, or anybody else who may be here. We would love to hear your voice. Can you come close to me and share that with me? Please don't be scared. There was a lot of voices there, and at the end it said gone when they stopped.
Blah, 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 blah.
Gone. Yeah. I also heard York, which is a city here in England. Can we have a name? If just one person at a time, we would love to talk to. There's someone here called John Sage.
Can I just say, before you asked, can we hear from John Sage or whatever you just asked, I thought it was a few different voices. It was like, oubliette, like oubliette.
Really?
That's what I thought I heard. Could be clutching at straws.
On the rack.
Maybe we should move to one of the devices. Torture devices, I mean.
Thank you. If you're touching that, maybe you can come up towards this red light here.
So we should...
That noise was horrible. That just scared the crap out of me. Like, what would a torture
There it goes again.
dungeon sound like?
Is that where you want us to go? Yeah, come on.
Can you push that ball off? Watch out for the ball on the floor.
Watch your step here.
You need to...
What do we need to? Tell me what we need to do. Who's there? Something over here just cracked or moved.
Yeah, something did.
What was that?
I thought I heard... I thought I heard someone say sit down then. But I don't want to sit down in any of the chairs here.
Because they got spikes.
Yeah.
What happened in this room or with these devices? Can you tell me where we are?
Thunder Pond.
Are you English or are you Scottish?
Boy that to take your skull.
This response is not one we heard in the moment, but pretty creepy considering that there is an Iron Maiden right there with us. Then after this comes through, we also capture a light anomaly fly downwards towards my legs.
Can you tell me about this device? What was this device used for? Oh, I just got a real cold draft come from out that. Is that a window? That's not a window, but whatever it is.
I think that goes to the old moat, maybe. Dude, I'm getting ice chilled as well.
Ice chilled?
I'm so cold right now.
You afraid?
You afraid?
No, well, sorta. Yeah, I just heard you're afraid. Should we be?
You afraid? You afraid?
Oh my god, that's so strong, that cold breeze. I can't. How many people died at this castle? If this is John, which of these devices is your favourite?
Pass away.
You just said pass away.
I think so.
Is that what happened here? Or on some of these devices?
If you were hurt here, we're so sorry to hear that.
Feeling really, really cold now.
Dude, it's so cold.
It's
now.
like
I don't understand.
wafting out of here. Why do we feel this way?
All the time.
I just thought it said it might have been John. That's what I thought it said. You have to replay that. I don't know.
No. Is it John making us cold? John, you got to come through. You got to talk to us, mate.
Find a face.
Something about the face. There is like one of those face mask things with the metal in the mouth and the spikes up here.
Oh, can you find it?
It's up near this other camera. Did you just touch me?
No.
I just thought something touched my back.
Did you just touch Amy? I heard a girl.
Girl leaving maybe? I ain't leaving.
We're not leaving. We're here to talk to you tonight. We're here to hang out.
Did you touch me on the back? Here.
Oh my god, it's even got bunny rabbit ears.
That is the face mask. That's horrific. There's also like a gas mask, or I don't even know what the heck that is.
Can you tell us what that is?
Hello.
Why don't you walk up to that red light? If you want us to be afraid, that's what you got to do. Go touch the red light.
With the night wearing on, and since Jared thought he may have heard Oubliette come through Ghosted Vox, we decided to move our investigation to the dungeon, where many people were locked up to rot and pass away. Here we set up to perform an ST session, with myself sitting in the dungeon, blindfolded and listening to a spirit box through noise-cancelling headphones, while Jared asked questions which I was not able to hear. We also set up a GhostTube SLS camera in the courtyard to monitor this space for activity while we reached out.
Okay, I'm ready, Jared.
Alright, Amy is ready. I guess we'll start as anyone. Threat. Can you give me a name? Who's in the dungeon with us right now?
Tudor?
Can you give me a name? Or a number? How many people?
Door. I just heard a man screaming.
I'm at the door. Do you want me to leave? I'm going to walk out. Is that better?
I feel like my foot is being moved.
What?
This moment is pretty weird, as I remark that it feels like something was moving my foot. This is something that can be seen on camera moments before.
Light.
Do you want me to turn the light off?
3. 4.
I was just asking how many
4.
people are in there.
Look over.
Where?
Look.
I'm looking. Can you tell me what happened to you in here?
Come in. I just got mad cold breeze all over me, Jared.
That's interesting. It's weird that you said come in just as I started coming back into the dungeon.
Looks.
Locks. Do you want me to
Very.
Do you want me to shut the door? Though I don't know why anyone would want to be locked in here. How do you feel being in here? Like, what does this place mean to you?
Please.
That please response
Help.
sounds similar to what we got last time. I wonder if that was a woman's voice. What can I do to help you? What can we do?
Help me.
What can I do to help?
Leave.
You want us to leave? Both of us? Why?
Stop it.
Why do you want us to leave? Why do you want us to stop? Who wants us to leave? Who wants us to stop?
You're disgusting.
I don't mean any harm. I'm just here to find out more about you.
Below.
What's below? Can you tell me that?
Body.
Body. There's bones down there. Literally, there's bones down there below Amy right now. What happened to the body down there? What happened to that person?
Eaten or eat it?
Don't know if they got eaten down there. I think they fell on spikes or something, didn't they? Can you give me a name?
Please come in.
You want me to come in? Oh, there's not that much room in there though. Why do you want me to come in for? What do you want with me?
Get her.
You don't like Amy being in there? Were you interacting with us tonight, or have you been down here all night?
She.
What about her?
They're John.
There, John. John could be relevant.
Leave.
Keeps telling me to leave. I am going to go out and we're going to see what happens. Oh, Jesus. How's that? Is there anybody in this room?
I'm behind you.
Me or Amy? Who's behind me?
I'm very cold. That's what I'm feeling, not what I'm hearing.
I feel like Amy's maybe entering that trance state that I've been telling you guys about, because she's speaking very softly now.
Oh, I'm hearing screaming, Jared.
That's not
A
good.
lady.
What happened to you?
Jared?
Yeah?
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh. I heard her screaming.
Truth be told, this SE session was quite intense, and I had the feeling that someone was there trapped. After I heard a scream, I thought that I should end the session, but wanted to leave the space of some nice words for the spirit.
But I'm getting the feeling that it wasn't like telling us to leave, it was like they want to leave. So if there is somebody here and you can hear my voice, maybe it is possible for you now to leave. I'm getting full body chills right now. I hope you can find your peace and you just know you don't have to stay here.
We then decided to head back downstairs to the castle's Great Hall to reach out to the ghost of Chillingham one final time. But we also wanted to include Richard in this segment of the investigation, as he seemed to have built a close relationship with the spirits during the many years he had investigated the castle. I'm so glad we did this too, as Richard was amazing and some of the things we experienced here were really cool.
Are there any spirits known to me in the Great Hall this evening? Indeed there are. Right, Rods, can you please point to the closest spirit to me? Just to the left of Amy.
Oh, hello.
Friend of Jonathan. Peter, are you in the room with it? Yes. We got him. Peter, are you with Douglas? Thank you. Is it all right if we continue with this investigation? Indeed it is.
Thank you so
That's
much.
very good. Right, you've got some new friends here, which you might have seen before. Might you come through? Thank you very much. And we'd love it if you showed yourself or interacted with any equipment that we have. We're here, we're all friendly. We don't mean you any harm.
We'd appreciate anything that you could do for us. If you could make a noise, I've already heard some, or come close to some of these things on the table.
Eleanor, if you're with us again tonight.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Thanks
whoa.
very much.
Thank you.
Eleanor,
Where was that?
Seems like it's in here, or...
again tonight.
Oh.
Again tonight. Oh. Eleanor, that's probably you. Or it could be Peter. Eleanor, if that's you, if you could come past here, maybe trigger a music box or something for us, that would be superb.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you.
That was on
Up,
command.
up. Eleanor, is this you? Or is it someone else? Eleanor, if you're here, these are new friends from Australia.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, did that go
It
off?
just lit up, yeah.
Did it? Eleanor, if you're here, are you around where Amy is? You can maybe... Oh, fine. Pull somebody's hair or clothing.
Looks like she wants to. It's lit up a few times.
Right, okay. Could you maybe go and stand beside Amy?
You can hold my hands if you'd like.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. I've come a very long way to make new friends.
Okay. Could you maybe touch Amy's hands? Oh! Did you hear the flick on my shirt?
I heard that, yeah.
I heard it, yeah.
Did you hear it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is yes, I had my shirt grabbed last night right here, thank
Yeah.
you.
Was it in the
Yeah.
same spot?
Same spot.
Literally,
Oh my
I
God.
heard
Same
that
spot.
and I was
Did you
like,
hear it go
that's
clack?
the
Straight on my
weirdest
shirt.
thing, because there was a click
Yeah.
on your shoulder, or
It was,
around here.
It was somebody, flicking my shirt just here.
It's so weird.
Wow. Oh. Oh. Are there any other spirits in the room that would like to join in the
That was behind you, Ames, down the far end.
It was like a boom. Maybe a door? Is there someone down here? Do you recognise this bear, Mr. Darcy?
Eleanor, you like this bear, Mr. Darcy? Oh!
Yes!
Oh, she's down there.
Wow! Was that you, Eleanor? Oh, I've gone all chilled now. Yeah. Do you want to come up here, Eleanor?
Just for some context here, we were attempting to reach out to Eleanor, a young girl, and felt like we were getting some intelligent interactions from her. The music box that you hear trigger in this moment is not the one at the end of the table where we are standing, yet another that is set off by movement at the opposite end of the table. What we capture next is pretty creepy, and to me, makes me question whether we were actually interacting with Eleanor at this time.
Do you want to come up here, Eleanor? What on earth was that?
Was that a growl?
Did you not hear it?
I heard it,
Yeah,
yeah.
like a...
Yeah?
Kind of
That was
noise.
exactly it.
Yeah, heard it.
I don't know how to describe that.
In this next clip, you will hear us reach out to someone named Peter. This is the name of the spirit who Richard believes interacted with Brittney and Schönhofen, levitating a table for them years earlier.
Peter.
I'd love to meet Peter. You met my friends Brittney and Schönhofen a few years ago. They talk about you every single day.
Peter, are you going to do something with the table again, please? Was that you setting off the music box? Just come and touch the device in my right hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you, wherever you are. I've got a feeling that this is Peter.
Yes. See that just lit up.
So getting electromagnetic spikes. Can you show us red? I also feel like I can hear the table cracking. Well, none of us are touching the table.
Like wooden.
Like, yeah, like there's pressure on it.
None of us are touching it.
Can you show us red? I also feel like I can hear the table cracking.
Ellen, go.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Yes, that's Peter. And red orb here.
You're seeing orbs down here?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Right. Peter, if this is you, can you please do that again with the music box? Please, for Brittney and Schönhofen. If you could do that, that would be absolutely marvellous.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so
so
much.
much.
We appreciate that. That's exactly what we like to see.
Oh, it keeps going.
I know. Would you be able to move something on the table? I'm sure that is tricky, and we appreciate the music.
That's really good of you.
Oh my gosh.
What on earth?
Okay, so I'm guessing there's more than one of you here. Unless you can move really quick.
Peter and Eleanor.
Peter and Eleanor, okay. Thank you to both of you.
There was a knock.
I heard a tap, yeah. Like maybe near the armour?
Yeah. And again.
Oh, Yes, I heard that.
Yeah.
Wow. Peter, if this is you, and I'm sure it is, please give us a further sign. Could you maybe engage with Jared and maybe pull his clothing? Or touch him or something? Or make the room go cold?
There's movement back there for sure.
Could you do that again for us? This is Halloween after all. Okay.
Can you take a seat with Jared?
I feel really cold all of a sudden, like the goosebumps filling in like I had when we were doing our interview.
Yeah.
Just up my legs and up to my chest and down my arms.
So I took a seat with you, alright?
And again, so yeah, maybe.
Can you show me an orb, please? Can you make some light for me? Anywhere near Jared.
Anything? Whoa, hey.
Yep.
Okay. Peter, if you're beside Jared, and you can, if you could swoop past and give me an indication on the device in my right hand, please. Only if you can. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Right. Can you do that again for me? We'd love another. Oh, you gods!
Yep.
Alright, okay, thanks.
So someone just passed from this door to the table, really.
I'm done with the chair now. Sorry, that's me.
Alright, spirits of Chillingham. Can we feast?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Right behind us again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we have some music, please? Thank you for the music. I'm gonna tap, if you can tap back to me. That's even better than tapping, thank you.
There is this stuff going on here.
Thank you.
Thanks. If you move one of the benches and we get a scraping noise, that would be marvellous. Way!
That is getting louder. That is getting louder.
What is in there?
Okay.
That's just Amy. Oh wait, no it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It's pointing the other way, yeah,
Oh,
sorry, my
Are you
bad.
coming with me? I was going to go look at where the noises are, but you can come with me.
Way! Way!
We continued reaching out for some time, and it seemed that the activity, which had been pretty constant, had now tapered off. So Richard suggested we try reaching out using a spirit box run through a portal to see if we could get any vocalizations through.
Is Alistair Crowley with us? Alistair Crowley, you're a friend of George Montague Bennett, right here in the castle. Would you like to come through and talk to us?
Really?
Oh, that said Britty.
Britty.
I just
I
said
heard Britty.
Britney. Peter, is that you? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you remember Britney?
There's a loud tap back here as well. Okay, you remember her? She's my friend. Can you say hello to her? Do you hear that? Yeah?
Amazing.
This response is pretty wild to me. Britty is not a common name or something you generally hear come through the spirit box. It is also a nickname of our friend Brittney, who visited the castle years ago and who we had been speaking of all night. This to me shows that the spirits of the castle could still have memory of meeting her, or at least are intelligent and possibly had listened to us throughout the night and fed us this name to make a connection. Either way, this interaction was very cool.
Really? Really? Really?
Our Our 2-night stay at Chillingham Castle was amazing, and we hope to return one day in the future, as it seems that the spirits here are particularly active. However, upon leaving the castle, I felt terribly ill, which lingered with me for about a week. I felt this come on as we were making our final drive away from the main building down the Devil's Walk. This, to me, is another eerie tie to Brittney and Jonathan's investigation, as they both fell sick after their visit to the castle. Add to this the amount of bad luck that followed Jared and I for the next week. But it was all worth it, for what we documented onto camera during our stay was really cool, and I do hope you enjoyed not only this Halloween special episode, but all the videos I've released this October. If you have enjoyed the series, remember we do have limited edition Halloween merch still on sale that actually features Chillingham Castle in the design.
Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed this. Jared and I went all out for Halloween this year, and I really hope that it's a special one for all you guys watching at home. Hope you have a happy and safe one. Also, yes, the merch is going to be up for another week or two, so if you really want to get some, get in quick. Also, I just want to say a big shout out to Chillingham Castle and Richard for helping us out tonight, but also Brittney and Jonathan Crab, you guys are awesome, and I really think the spirits of Chillingham Castle will remember you guys. Definitely check out Brittney's YouTube channel. I'm going to link it below, and go watch all of her Chillingham Castle videos. It's a really cool and interesting experience that they both had here. But I do just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. That really helps us out. If you want to do any more reading on Chillingham Castle, head to AmysCrypt.com, and you can also follow me on social media at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, and we post bonus content on Patreon and YouTube members. They're linked below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.